Manchester United have a bigger problem than any transfer. Every summer, Manchester United supporters fall into exactly the same conversation. Who should the club sign next? Is another striker the priority? Should they spend big on a midfielder? Do they still need another winger? The transfer rumors never stop, and every single day another name appears across social media as if one new signing is suddenly going to solve every problem at Old Trafford. But after looking at everything that's happened over the last few weeks, I honestly think the biggest story surrounding Manchester United isn't about who they're trying to buy. It's about the players they already have. Because while everyone is debating transfer fees and possible arrivals, there's one issue quietly developing that could define United's entire season before a ball has even been kicked: the defense. And the more you look at it, the more worrying it becomes. Last season gave supporters genuine reasons to believe things were finally moving in the right direction. There was more structure, better organization, improved confidence, and for the first time in a long while it actually felt as though Manchester United were building an identity instead of simply reacting to one bad result after another. That's exactly why expectations are suddenly much higher this year. The return to the Champions League means United won't just be playing Premier League football. They'll be competing across multiple competitions, facing stronger opposition, traveling more often, and asking much more from every player in the squad. That's where the concern begins. When you look at Manchester United's defensive options, the quality is there. Nobody questions Lisandro Martínez when he's fully fit. Matthijs de Ligt has already shown why he's regarded as one of Europe's most intelligent defenders. Leny Yoro might become one of the best young centre-backs in world football. Harry Maguire still offers valuable experience. On paper, that sounds impressive. Reality, however, tells a very different story. Martínez has struggled with injuries. De Ligt is still returning after serious fitness problems. Yoro is incredibly talented but remains very young. Maguire brings leadership, yet asking him to play every 3 days throughout an entire season would be unrealistic. Suddenly, what looked like excellent depth starts looking surprisingly fragile. And that's before we even consider how demanding this season could become. Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, international breaks. If even two defenders become unavailable at the same time, Manchester United could find themselves facing exactly the same problem that has haunted the club for years: changing partnerships almost every month. Football supporters often talk about goals-winning matches. Managers usually tell a different story. Championship-winning teams are almost always built on consistency at the back. Look at Manchester City during their best years. Look at Liverpool under Klopp. Look at Arsenal's improvement over the last few seasons. The defensive partnership rarely changed. The understanding between those players became automatic. That's something Manchester United still haven't fully achieved. And here's why this matters more than any transfer rumor. You can sign another winger. You can spend 30 million euros on another exciting young talent. You can even bring in another striker. None of that will matter if the defensive unit spends the season changing because of injuries and unavailable players. The attack wins headlines. The defense wins seasons. Maybe that's why recent reports suggesting United could enter the market for additional defensive cover shouldn't surprise anyone. When you look beyond the excitement surrounding new attacking names, the real challenge becomes obvious: keeping the backline healthy, consistent, and available across one of the busiest schedules in Europe. That doesn't mean Manchester United are heading for a disappointing campaign. Far from it. In fact, I believe this squad has enough talent to compete with almost anyone when everyone is available. The problem is that modern football is rarely played under perfect conditions. Every club suffers injuries. Every club deals with fatigue. The difference is whether your squad can survive those difficult moments without losing its identity. That's the question Manchester United will have to answer this season. Not whether another transfer arrives. Not whether another rumor becomes reality. But whether this defense can stay together long enough to give the rest of the team a genuine chance of competing for major trophies. Because if they can, Manchester United might surprise a lot of people. If they can't, no transfer in the world will completely fix that. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think Manchester United still need another defensive signing before the transfer window closes? Or is the current squad strong enough to challenge in the Premier League and the Champions League? Let me know in the comments, because I genuinely think this conversation is much bigger than any single transfer rumor.